Darkcast Network. The light shines brightest on our indie podcasts.
I know, I was listening to the Reed talk about it. Did you listen to them already?
I was listening on the way here, so I only heard about 3 minutes of it. of the Reed, of the whole show.
Of the whole episode. They don't even get into it until like later on to the show.
I'm sure.
But I did.
In the hot tops.
Yeah, I missed the Beyonce opening to see Blue Ivy dance, apparently. She was...
Yeah, we missed that.
Well, I'm sure it's
because we didn't watch the beginning. We came in.
What were we doing on Sunday? It was Grandma's birthday.
Yeah.
We had better things to do. It was Grandma's birthday. I was like, what happened before that? Mm-hmm. See, that's how... I think we're going to have memory loss when we get old. We need to start injecting like fish oil or something.
Who does?
We do.
Who needs to do
that? Us. So our brains don't deteriorate.
Brain deterioration.
Anyway, what's going on?
That just happens though. Like, it depends on a lot of different circumstances. Like, they still can't figure out what the hell, causes memory loss and shit.
Cramps.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm sorry. How's your week going?
I've been trying to make shit for this pop-up thing. Have a few hats that I'm trying to finish. I still want to make 2 butterfly halter tops that I haven't even started. Working on those hats for that lady. I finished one. It's really cool looking. It's hot pink with black bows, and then the other one's gonna be light pink with burgundy-ish, magenta bows. So
cute.
So that's it. And then today I was trying to crochet, and my hand didn't want to work right. I was like, oh god.
I was wondering.
I'm losing hand functionality.
Honestly, I was just wondering right now, how is that going, with your hands? Because it's a lot of hand work,
Yeah, my hand was literally I'm not doing what you want me to do today, bitch. And
Give me a break.
No, I need my fingers to work.
No.
So, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm that, yeah, because you know how people get arthritis in their hands, and I'm I'm noticing that my fingers are starting to shit is just going wrong all over the place. So I need to.
Well, after you're done with this event, you're probably going to take a break.
Rheumatologist. Yeah, crocheting is the thing that I was doing as a hobby. That I'm yeah, I'm going to do this thing. And then after this, I'm just going to be I think I'm going to just make hats. There's so many hat patterns that I'm ooh, that's a cute hat. That's a cute hat. That's how my week's going. How's your week going?
What did I do this week? I'm actually trying to really have my day a little more structured and not overwhelm myself with stuff. I've actually just been playing in the garden a lot. I really like going outside and pulling weeds, just pulling them up, the whole root and all. It just feels so good to be out there and just
rooting.
Yeah, because we got all that rain on Monday.
I know.
And the ground is still soft, so I'm just out there in the morning pulling weeds because that just gives me some sunshine in my life. My asparagus is growing. My artichoke is enormous. I'm really hoping for some giant artichokes this season. My bulbs are coming back. The pond looks good. Today I got visited by the ducks. They decided to come back because I think I've created a really nice habitat in my backyard for the creatures in this area.
You gonna throw some bread out there for them?
Hell no, they eat tadpoles.
Yeah.
So that's why they're there, because the tadpoles are back. It's awesome. It's been 2 years since we put the pond in, and it's a lot of fun. It's still a lot of fun. So I'm having a lot of fun. My raspberries are coming back, or were they blackberries? I think I had blackberries. My blackberries are blooming. I got my purple sticky punch that's coming along, and I'm just doing my thing. Oh, hold up. We got a new patron.
Yeah.
We got a new patron. Carole. Hello! How are you? Thank you so much for joining us.
Yay.
We appreciate you. We love you. And you are, I think, our only member that's allowed in the champagne room.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, if you didn't know, you're going to know what happens in the champagne room. But we owe you a live video, like a video episode. So we'll do something special for you. I also ordered some merch for another patron, so that's on their way. And Carol's going to get some of this merch too, but I ordered them some of our socks. Bulb socks. So that's coming at you. So thank you for joining us. And if you want to join Carol, visit us on Patreon. Patreon.com/Book of Lies podcast. You could join us there. And I'm Sunny Hepburn.
And I'm Brandy Fleeks.
And this is Book of Lies. The podcast.
It's both bitches.
Weet, weet. All right, Brandy. Hey, if you guys haven't got the chance already, make sure you check out our collaboration over at Backlook Cinema Podcast.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Because I'm going to get you, sucker.
Oh, yes. I was listening to a snippet that they had put up, and it was like, you got fish in your shoes. that was a lot of fun. So we had a lot of fun with Zoe. I think he's our brother from another mother. And it was a really good time. So definitely check out that podcast over there. Hello, listeners. How are you guys doing? And our other patrons, we love you guys. I didn't mean to ignore you, but thank you for joining us. If this is your first episode, welcome. Thank you for listening.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you for doing that.
Thanks for coming along on the ride of scamology.
Scamology. Yes. And if you aren't already, you can go ahead and connect with us on social. You can meet us on Twitter at Book of Lies Pod. On Instagram or Facebook at Book of Lies Podcast. We have a website, bookofliespodcast.com. You can visit us there. You can check out all of our previous episodes.
Have you watched The Thing About Pam?
The Thing About Pam.
The Thing About Pam.
That's what it's called?
Yes.
I don't think so.
It's about this woman. Her name is Pam. It's Renee Zellweger. Pam Rupp. Pamela Rupp. That's her name.
Pamela Rupp.
Yes.
What is it on?
It comes on CBS or NBC or something. ABC, whatever. What's the Peacock? NBC. It comes on NBC, but it comes on Hulu.
Okay.
The next day. And I think they're on episode 4 now. I've watched the first 2 episodes, but it's about this murder that happened. So it's an actual event that happened, and they did a podcast about it, because it was this mystery. Mm-hmm. And what happens was Pam Rupp, her friend Betsy Faria dies. She's killed. She's murdered. And Pam is talking to the police. And she's like feeding them information. And, she's like helping. She's the helpful lady. She was her friend, and Betsy had cancer. And she was dying of cancer. Mm-hmm. And so she has 2 daughters and a husband. And of course the police are like fingering the husband. And Pam is like giving them information saying how, she never liked him and he was abusive and he did this and that. And so she's like, yeah, it was him. It was definitely him.
Oh, God.
But Pam is a fucking monster. What ends up happening, Pam Rupp is in jail now.
Oh.
She's in prison right now. But the show is about, what happened, this case and all. It's only, I think, 6 episodes total is going to be the show. The DA was an asshole who didn't want to do her fucking job. It was just like the whole thing was a shit show.
Oh, gosh.
From the beginning. And, this is a small town in like Ohio or, somewhere in the Midwest. And just the whole thing, it's like, why did this shit happen? Like the way the case evolved. It shouldn't have even happened this way. But because you have stupid cops that are just too dumb to do what they're supposed to do. Like, they questioned the husband without reading him his rights. They kept him in there overnight. He stayed there overnight, all night long, stayed awake, answering their questions, never asked for an attorney. They never offered him an attorney. They didn't fucking Mirandize him. So they, the whole thing was just like bad.
Yeah.
Bad. I was just like, wow. this is like what happens when these cops get they're, working in the same small town fucking place for 20 years, whatever. They get so fucking complacent because there's no major crimes that are happening. Then the one major crime that happens, they fuck it all up. It's really like just watching it. I'm just like, oh my God, it's frustrating. It's so frustrating just to watch. So imagine being involved in it, like being on the other side, like your wife has died or your mother has died and you're like, your family is being questioned. It's just like, ugh. And then there's this lady on the outside who's like, because she did it, of course. It's just the whole thing. I was just like, and they're only on, I think, episode 4 now, but I was just like, oh my God. Ugh. I don't know how everybody involved wasn't in jail. All the freaking, the cops and the DA. I don't know how they all weren't in jail. Because they should have gone to jail too.
Why aren't you guys in jail right now?
Just for incompetence.
I think that there's a lot of incompetence in the world. That's why we get all these documentaries and these scandals and these this and these that's, is because of incompetence. I
know, and incompetence isn't a crime, but God damn, when other people's lives are involved, like y'all need to do better. Do fucking better.
Do better. Do better.
Anyway, what are we talking about today?
Today, guys, I watched a lot of shit. So this is coming straight from
I watched a lot of shit.
I watched a lot of shit. A lot of crime, a lot of fraud stuff. But this came straight from Netflix, and then I did a little more research because it was kind of interesting because it's some fraud shit. So what I watched was Trust No One: The Hunt for the Crypto King.
Oh, okay.
So this is a story of Gerald William Cotten.
Never heard of him, but all right, let's do it.
The CEO of Quadriga Exchange.
Never heard of that either.
It's a Canadian scandal. So to our Canadian folks, hello. Hello. I sound like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yes, exactly.
And happy belated birthday to our favorite podcaster up in Quebec, Anthony.
Yes, happy birthday. I don't know how to say that in French, so happy birthday.
Bon birthday. Right. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Isn't bon good?
Or happy?
I don't know. I don't speak Francais.
Merci beaucoup.
No parler Francais.
Anyway, Anthony, we love you. And check out After Midnight Podcast. He's a hoot. And Bitchy the Hamster.
Bitchy the Hamster.
Okay. So Gerald William Cotten was born in May 11th, 1988 in Bellevue, Canada. Well, Bellevue, Ontario, Canada.
Like you wouldn't say,
but I did
Los
say
Angeles, United States.
I did. I fucked it up. I wrote it down wrong because I wrote Bellevue, Canada, Ontario. So that's why my shit's fucked up. So my bad, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Do better, Sonny. Do better.
At least you caught it and corrected it, unlike some people.
That's how it's pronounced. That's how you say it. Anyway, so this guy, he is a millennial. It's interesting. So when he was 15, he ran a Ponzi scheme. At the age of 15. He did it online. He created like this website called like Scepter or something like that. And he stole a bunch of people's money somehow and then shut down the website and disappeared.
Okay.
But then he was floating around like on the deep dark web.
The deep dark web.
The deep dark web.
The deep dark web.
Exactly. And what he had did was he contracted with somebody to create a website for him. This is later on, but when he was 15, he did some fraud shit under this company named called Scepter. It was like some online Ponzi scheme situation, and then shut it down and disappeared.
Okay, if I was gonna do a scam, that's exactly what I would do. I would get my money quick, and then I would stop, or I would disappear or whatever.
Nope your way out of that one.
Exactly, because I already got what I wanted, so I don't need to keep it going. That's crazy. That's how you get caught.
That is how you get caught.
But wait, hold on. How did they know he did this?
When researching the Quadriga fraud.
Okay. Then they were like, oh, who was that guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Listen, this shit, there's a lot of conspiracy stuff that is around this story, But anyway, he went to college. He got a business degree in Canada. And then he was really interested in Bitcoin. So him and this other guy by the name of Michael Patron, actually I have the notes on my phone, started Quadriga in 2013 together. They founded the company together. So Michael Patron, he was formerly known as Omar Dahani. This guy, before he founded Quadriga, he did 18 months of jail time in California for money laundering. So he goes back to Canada because he's Canadian. So after he did his time in California, deported his ass back to wherever he came from. Like, you've done your time here, now get the fuck out.
In California, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Once he did his time, we sent him back to Canada. Then he changed his name twice, met up with Mr. Cotten, and founded Quadriga Fintech Solutions, known as QuadrigaCX.
All right.
So they launched in November of 2013. In 2016, Michael Payton and Gerald Cotten, they separated ways. I guess they got in a fight. There was beef, and Michael left the company. But after the company was started, before Michael left, he goes by Gerry. While Gerry was on the deep dark web, he found a guy to build his website for him, to structure Quadriga.
Okay.
And the way he structured this company was to run like a Ponzi scheme.
Oh. The website?
The website.
Okay.
So he was the only one that had the keys to the castle. He was the only one that knew what was going on. And they started Quadriga as a cryptocurrency exchange in Canada.
Okay.
Because people were like, fuck the banks, I don't want to put my money in the bank.
Yeah.
You know, let me deal with this exchange company so I could move my money and do things with crypto.
So basically they were like the Coinbase of Canada?
For Bitcoin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Coinbase is well, they do all of the cryptocurrencies.
Oh, here?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
They're like your crypto wallet is, you know, that's what they were doing.
They were one of them, yeah.
Okay.
So there was apparently like 2 or 3 other companies, but Quadriga just, you know, became bigger. Then they established ATMs so people could put in their cash and convert it into Bitcoin.
Bitcoin ATM?
Mm-hmm. So they're accepting people's money and holding it there for them and converting it into cryptocurrency if they wanted to.
You know what? Like, seriously, this whole crypto thing is the most confusing fucking shit. I feel like I am a boomer trying to figure out the internet with crypto.
It's dumb. So also when Gerry created the company and Quadriga, he created a bunch of fake accounts. And so he's like, okay, this account is going to be called Gerry 2.0. This is Gerry and Larry. This is Bob and Terry. This is Sonny and Brandy. These are all his accounts. And what he does with these accounts is he credits them Bitcoin, fake Bitcoin. So when people are interested in, you know, selling their currency with Quadriga, he is trading currency that's not there. So I'm accepting your money, and then I'm saying that you have this or you have that. And at this time, Bitcoin is building in, you know, popularity and growing and stuff. So people are just like running to them to give them their money, and their Bitcoin.
They want to invest in Bitcoin.
Exactly. So,
and he's like, oh yeah, here's some Bitcoin, but there's no Bitcoin.
Yes.
Okay.
Because he's, with these fake accounts, he's trading and adding air.
Yeah.
Adding air to the company while people are bringing in real money. He did this when the establishment was created in 2013. In 2015, that's when he first started stealing from the company. Money, obviously. Duh. Okay.
So he wasn't purchasing Bitcoin with these people's money. Like, I'm giving you my money and you're not actually buying the Bitcoin?
Right, because mine is just an exchange. I'm just an exchange.
Right, but in order to do that, he has to purchase Bitcoin. Like, you need to go to the Bitcoin people.
So
and get some Bitcoin for the dollars that I'm giving you.
Mm-hmm.
Get on there, log on to bitcoin.com or whatever the fuck it is, and give me my Bitcoin.
Go to bitcoin.com and get me some Bitcoins. So what they're doing is they're trading. So they're doing trading, their online exchange.
Like the Forex exchange.
I guess so, yeah. They had Bitcoin ATMs in Vancouver. In 2014, they had 7.4 million worth of Bitcoin that was exchanged in Quadriga. So,
damn.
Gerald, I also got some notes from my tried and true Wikipedia. Give them money, they need it. Give them $1, $5, $10, whatever.
Yeah, I'll give you 25 cents.
Give them something, they need it. He explained that the company stored all of the money in paper wallets.
What is a paper wallet?
The paper wallet, it's just like a safe way to. So the way like the Bitcoin works, it's like cryptocurrency, and then there's a blockchain to track transactions.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just a means of tracking or keeping track of the transactions.
Mm-hmm. But what does paper wallet mean?
I don't know. This is a word that he's using. I don't know what this is.
Because it sounds like some shit that can get burned. That's what it sounds like to me.
It's just like, I think it's on a document.
Crypto. A paper wallet is a printed piece of paper that contains keys and QR codes used to facilitate your cryptocurrency transaction. Okay. So you can go in and I guess like enter these passwords or like scan these QR codes, and that's how they keep track
of the wallet, I guess.
Yeah, that's how they keep track of your transactions. Or that's how they make your transactions happen. According to Investopedia. I guess I'm going to have to spend like a month really researching crypto.
It's weird.
It is weird.
So
that's why I have like
I don't trust it.
0.75 Bitcoin, and that's only from like doing surveys online. And then I lost my I didn't lose my Coinbase password, but they won't let me in. So it's like a whole thing.
Well, it's strange. So when the company was started, it was just, Michael, Patron, and Gerry Cotten. Then they had like 2 other people get associated with the company. And then when Michael left in 2016, everybody left. They're like, well, we don't want to do this anymore. So they leave Gerry Cotten in control of everything.
How many people were working at this company?
4.
Okay. And they were like, we're done with crypto? Like, what? I don't understand.
So, okay, let's talk about what's going on with Bitcoin. So at the height of the Bitcoin business, in 2017, that's when Bitcoin starts to blow up.
Right. I remember this.
So everybody's trying to get rich. So everybody's looking at Quadriga or in other companies online to make money.
Mm-hmm.
In 2017, Quadriga did $2 billion worth in currency trading. This was between 363,000 accounts. So there's 363,000 people that are using this Quadriga system, trading about $2 billion. But as they're trading, they're bringing in money, but they're also wanting withdrawals. So people would put in their money and want withdrawals. Mm-hmm. The issue that people were having with Quadriga is that once they put their money in, they couldn't get it out.
Okay.
And so they were like, hey, this place was very short-staffed. They were using outsourced payment processing portals. They didn't have a formal accounting system. It was just this Gerald Cotten, and he had some contractors too. So maybe he had some contractors doing some work as well, some of the grunt work. But for the money and the releasing of the money and the exchanges, Cotten had the keys.
Okay.
But there's a lot of money going out, so he's stopping people from getting their money out.
Right.
Because it's a Ponzi scheme. Mm-hmm. Like I said, he's also taking people's money and buying, like you said, is he buying actual Bitcoin? He's using people's money and buying actual Bitcoin from other platforms, but he's betting with the money because, hey, I got this many Bitcoin right now and it's worth this much. This is great. But as Bitcoin takes a nosedive in 2018, everybody wants to get their money out. Mm-hmm. And he's also betting with other people's money on other Bitcoin platforms and losing people's money.
Okay.
he also wasn't doing a good job with his own company. He lost $14 million in errors for transactions.
What?
Like, he wasn't doing things right. He's not registered with the OSC, so the Ontario Securities Exchange.
How do you lose $14 million
in errors from transferring?
Yeah, like what does that mean exactly? Where is this money going? There's an error, so you just lost money. How do you do this? This is what I want to know. Where does that money go if it's lost?
Yeah, exactly. The bank's like, thanks, we'll just hang on to this.
Like, that's weird to me because, banks here, if there's an error, they give you your money. Like, if I say I deposit a check and on the check I write, or in the deposit when I make the deposit, like online or whatever, and I write the wrong amount for like $700 and it's a $7,000 check, they're going to credit me in my other freaking, why did I say $7,000? What is it? $6,300 are going to credit that to me because I fucked up and wrote the wrong number.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you losing all this money in errors? That's what I want to know.
Incompetence.
But again, he wasn't working with actual banks. I mean, he was working with actual Bitcoin companies, but there's always a system of checks and balances.
There was no systems of checks and balances with this company, just so you know.
But
none.
But if he's working with outside, he's getting...
So he would try and transfer money in, like he would try and, convert the money and deposit it into other people's accounts. Certain banks were freezing transfers. They were like, this looks hella sus. Like, what's going on here?
Right.
And maybe when he wasn't responding in a timely manner, like it timed out because he was working remotely also. So he was like traveling the world like a gypsy. Apparently he's buying all these houses. He's doing all the things like, working, remotely. And he is fucking embezzling money and misappropriating funds. He's living a lavish lifestyle also.
Of course.
And
why wouldn't he be?
None's the wiser because like people are just really enamored with him and just really happy with what he's doing.
Is he like a charming guy? I mean,
he has a nice smile, but he's a goofy looking white dude.
Okay, but I mean, like, what is it? I don't understand. I'm trying to wrap my mind around how you lose money like that. Because obviously he's getting tangible money. Mm-hmm. He's telling people that he's giving them digital currency. And he's using that money, obviously, to do his thing.
Okay, so one dude that was in the documentary, he was like, hey, all of my friends are getting rich. He lived in San Francisco, but he was like a Canadian guy. And he was like, all my friends are getting rich. I want to get rich quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell my apartment and
live in a van.
I'm going to, and he got like $400,000. And so what he decided to do was put that $4,000 in $400,000 into a Quadriga bank account and convert it. And he would have then walked away with like $500,000 Canadian dollars, but he's a Canadian. Mm-hmm. So he's sort of winning. He puts the money into the bank account and then decides to then take the exchange and then transfer it out, and he cannot get the money out.
He put all of his life savings in there.
And he was just like sitting there like watching the wheel spin, waiting for his transfer or his withdrawal to be accepted and initiated. It never happened. So there's all these people who are still... They're unaware of the grievances and like the poor business practices and the issues that people are having. They're just putting their money into this exchange and, turning it into Bitcoin for some reason and then holding it in the company and watching the rate of Bitcoin or the value of it increase. Mm-hmm. And then when it increases to a certain level, they decide to withdraw it.
Right.
But they cannot do that at a certain point because Cotten has fucked off their money, has spent it in other portals, or has spent money that was not even there.
Okay.
To begin with. But on paper, they look very valuable, and like the numbers and the exchange rate and everything is attractive.
Right.
In 2018 sometime, Gerry marries some girl named Jennifer Robertson. Gerry and Jennifer. But while all this is going on, people still can't get their money out, and they're waiting weeks, months, days, and just hoping that they're going to get their fucking money. Gerry and Jennifer, they go on their honeymoon, and they're like traveling the world, and they decide to go to India. And because Jennifer wanted to, like help build an orphanage and like support these kids, so they went to Jaipur, India.
Okay.
And they're there for 25 hours, and then Gerry starts to get sick. Like he's like having like upset stomach and like intestinal issues.
Yeah, he ate something wrong.
I think he did, because they were in India for 9 days, and then like on the 8th day they flew to Jaipur, and when he got there, that's when he got sick. They go to the hospital, and he goes into cardiac arrest. Yeah. And they bring him back, and then he goes into cardiac arrest again. And he fucking dies in India.
What?
Yeah, and they said he died because of complications with Crohn's disease.
Did he not know he had Crohn's?
I guess they did know he had Crohn's disease, but they were saying that it was like intestinal something shock and peritonitis or peritantis, some shit. I think he had one of those along came Polly situations, like IBS, and ate something that didn't agree with him, or drank something that didn't agree with him, and he had a situation, and he fucking died in India.
Well, Crohn's is, it's an inflammation issue with your intestine.
Only 3% of people die from Crohn's disease.
Yeah, exactly. So something fucked up happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not a life-threatening condition.
No.
Like, usually.
No, it's not. This was December 9th, 2018, when he had died. His new wife kept his death a secret for a month. She didn't tell anybody that he was dead.
What? Why?
I don't know. So
maybe she killed him.
That's what I was thinking.
Maybe she did that shit.
Well, once it was announced that he had died, people were like, but where's our money?
Yeah.
Where's the money?
Yeah.
And apparently...
Or where's the company? Like, okay, if he passed away, and of course he was the only one running this company.
Yep.
You're going to be like, okay, so what's happening with Quadriga?
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys still in business? If not, yeah, I want my money.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So that's exactly what's happening, because at this time, there is $250 million missing and about 115,000 customers that are trying to get their money out of that system.
115,000 customers.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. That's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of fucking people. Wow.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So they're like...
class action lawsuit!
They're like, well, he's dead.
Yeah.
But is he really dead? So then there's this whole conspiracy that he faked his death.
Oh, shit.
To get away with his money. And so this is kind of what the documentary is about, like the manhunt. They're just like, he's not dead. And this is how they find out that when he was 15, he ran a Ponzi scheme on the dark web. Then they do forensic accounting, and they look into all of the blockchains and all the transactions and where all this money has disappeared to. That's when they uncover that he created all of these fake accounts, which he credited like millions of dollars in Bitcoin that he was exchanging with people in his system, bringing the money in and, cashing out people when he can cash out people. This is when they find out that the founders of the company were fraudsters, that the other guy was an identity thief and did time. and denies it. He's like, that's not me. I wasn't him. But they're like, we've got documents that say
yeah,
that
this is you, dude.
You've changed your name and you look the fucking same.
This is you. You
dude.
don't have a twin, do ya? This is you.
My dude, this is what happened. So reading all these articles, they were like, this is the same old game of Ponzi scheme fraud wrapped up in Bitcoin, wrapped up in, that 2000 bullshit.
Right.
Cryptocurrency.
That new stuff.
That new stuff. Because they weren't like registered. There was no oversight. There was no accounting. And they gave this jabroni the keys to the castle. And then I think, like, when fucking Bernie Madoff, he was like, I just tried to kill himself. He's just, I just want to die. I think this guy was just like, just let it happen. Like, I'm not coming back. Like, I finally got away with it.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it's fucked up.
Yes.
But they did eventually. So a month after he died, they were still accepting money in their ATMs.
I want to see one of these ATMs. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. So
I better not ever see no Bitcoin ATM.
So January 26, 2019, that's when they announced that Gerry was dead. And then
Gerry's dead.
A month after that, they finally stopped accepting money on their website because they were still allowing people to bring in the money. Like, it's a cash cow. So it's just the money's just coming in and they can't get it out.
So why are people still...
they've filed bankruptcy because no one could get into Gerry's passwords. They couldn't get into his encrypted computer. So they were like, we're fucked. How do we get the money out? Once they got in and were able to see things, there was no money where their money was supposed to be because he had spent the money. He spent it on other current cryptocurrency websites trying to make money. Instead, he's losing money. At the end of the day, they were able to recover about, I think it was like 42 million in bankruptcy. So 42 million was recovered. That was like distributed through to like the 116,000 people who had their money tied up. Everybody is not whole, of course, but now they're just like, we want to exhume his body and make sure it's him.
So there was a body that was buried.
Mm-hmm. They said what happened was when he died in India, they didn't do an autopsy, but they embalmed him and sent him back.
This whole thing is weird. I'm going to have to watch this. Because it sounds fucking nuts. And I'm trying to figure out, like, where the money went. Not where the money went, but, like, how is it... If I'm putting my money in... If I'm depositing money to you... I should be able to get that same amount of money out within, a short period of time. And it shouldn't just disappear. Because you still have to, there's still things that have to happen before the money can actually go out.
If this is a legitimate
end, right?
financial institution. If this is a legitimate financial institution, which this was not. It was also happening in Canada.
It sounds crazy.
Mm-hmm. And so, cryptocurrency is so niche and new. I don't fuck with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't do it.
I haven't put any money into cryptocurrency. I earned some Bitcoin by doing surveys, but I can't access my fucking Coinbase account. So my wallet is just sitting there.
See?
It sounds nuts. I'm really scratching my fucking head right now, so.
It was confusing. And so when I watched it, it was like, this fucking guy? And I was just like, is he alive? But I think he's dead. He's pretty sure he's dead. And he was, I don't think he was going to get away with it because I watched an interview with the ex-wife or the widow. And she was like, there was like always people coming to the house bringing money. Like he was getting money out in certain ways. Like, and he was spending the money. He was buying houses. He was spending it on travel. They were going all over the place.
Was he married before he started this company or
no,
after during or whatever?
He got married in 2018. He started the company in 2013.
Right. And
it was on his honeymoon to this girl that he died.
Oh, he died on the honeymoon.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Okay.
Yep.
Shit. So what did she do? Like,
they were like, you didn't know? You didn't think anything like sketchy was going on? And she was like, no. Like he told me like it was legal And, the banks had issues with cryptocurrency, so he had to deal in a lot with cash to move money around. And I thought it was totally fine.
It's fucking weird. This is weird. This one's weird. I don't get it. I'm really I'm so confused right now.
I'm confused by cryptocurrency also.
I'm not confused by cryptocurrency. I'm confused by what happened with this shit.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make any sense.
No. They let a child manage billions of dollars. And
what child?
I mean, he's not a child. But
like, what child? This is a grown-ass man.
This is a grown-ass man, but if you see him, he looks like a child. Let me show you. R.I.P., but, He
doesn't look like a child. He just looks, he looks like a goofy dude.
Behind that smile.
Canada's best Bitcoin exchange. This one's weird.
He created this website to fucking scam people.
Yeah.
And it became a fucking hit. And maybe it was a little overwhelming. Maybe he was like, oh shit, I got all this fucking money. Maybe I should do some legitimate stuff. And this is too much work.
Like, there's no reason you can't be legit.
Yeah.
If you're getting the money,
mm-hmm.
you will make money. You don't have to spend people's money and not do anything with it. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
If I'm telling you I will invest your money in this crypto or whatever it is, there's no reason that I can't do that.
Right.
You just gave me the money.
Yep. Now do what you said you're gonna fucking do with it.
Like, seriously, why can't you just do that? What's wrong with these people? Like, I don't get it. I don't it's one thing if you don't know how to do it and you're saying you're doing it and you have no idea what the fuck you're doing.
Right.
And you're just doing it for that. But then if you have the means to do the thing, do the thing.
Do the thing.
What the fuck?
Do the thing, Julie. Do the thing.
I don't get it. It's not
honestly, it's like, why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you do it?
Yes, that. Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
You just you created all these things. You even developed a fucking ATM, but you can't fucking just put my money where you said you were going to put it. Like, you.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, exactly. So,
at least fucking Elizabeth Holmes tried to make a device that did what she said it was going to do.
She sold what she said was going to happen, but she
didn't want to acknowledge the fact that it didn't work. And she kept running with
I will
the
not
lie.
Accept it. I will not
that's
accept
the difference. That's the difference. I said I could do this. The tests they're not, the math ain't mathin', but I'm going to keep telling you it is. That's different than taking my money and just moving along and living this lifestyle. You know what I mean?
That's the worst part.
Like, I don't get it. Ugh. That's why some of these people, I tried and it didn't work. So then this happened, but you didn't even try. You just spent my money. The fuck?
Watch the documentary. I watched it yesterday. It's about an hour and a half. And then I just kind of went down a little more rabbit hole doing like some research today. So it's interesting, but I'm definitely staying away from crypto. Like, I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't. It took like a huge nosedive in 2018. Yes, it's 4 years later. So who knows what's happening?
It's still, it still has value. Like one Bitcoin is worth like $8,000.
Really?
Yeah. It's expensive just to have one Bitcoin. Like that's why these fucking survey companies, they pay you in like percentages of Bitcoin. Like I have 0.72 Bitcoin. Not even that much. I think I have like 0.17 Bitcoin or something like that. It's very, very, very minuscule. Like one Bitcoin is thousands of dollars.
Wow. Well, that's why they're like, hey, you can only win when you get in early.
Yep.
So let's create our own shit. Let's create some bulk bucks. Okay, who's accepting bulk bucks? Yes. All right. Anyway, Brandy, what's going on? You have a thumbs up for the week?
I bought this book. It's a little, a little book. It's how to draw every day. And there's a little, it has the date and then like a thing to draw. I bought it for me and Gracie to just like draw stuff. Like they're like doodles that you would put in like a bullet journal or like,
Mm-hmm.
And it was really cute. So yesterday we did a tulip because yesterday, March 30th. Yesterday was March 30th, and the drawing of that day was a tulip, and then today is a wildflower. But I already drew that. And so Gracie went back through, and she was like, "Oh, I want to draw this, and I want to draw this, and I want to draw." So she started drawing stuff. So I was like, "Okay, we can do a little activity of drawing the thing of the day." So
that's cute.
Yeah, I was like, because she's like, "How do you draw so good?" And I'm like, I just draw stuff. So I was like, "You want to draw stuff? Here you go." And and it shows you exactly how to draw it. Like, draw this, and then this, and then this. So I figure, she wants to draw little thingies. So there it is. What's your thumbs up?
Golly gee willikers, Batman. What is my thumbs up for the week? I already talked about gardening earlier. Oh! I watched Bridgerton season 2.
You watched the whole thing?
I watched the whole thing. 8 episodes. And I'm happy with the way it ended.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. I just felt that there was a lack of steamy, sexy scenes.
Oh, like the first season?
Yeah, and I guess that's what people's complaint is. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but I felt like I could have gotten more,
steamy, sexy scenes.
Bow chicka bow bow. But it was just, it was a very stressful season, but it was good. I enjoyed it. We get to learn more about Anthony, and like we get to meet Daddy Bridgerton, and kind of see like what happened to him, and how it affected Anthony. And it's good. We get to see Daphne. We get to see the baby. A lot of people come back. I feel like almost everybody comes back from season 1 except for Reggie.
Yeah. And
I'm okay with that. There's a lot of Featherington business going on, and it's interesting. The Featheringtons.
Bridgerton, Featherington.
Yeah, so like I said, I've been watching a lot of stuff. All the tons. Ooh, the tons are talking. Ooh, it's good. I liked it. I just could have done with a little more steam.
Okay, well.
They like sandwiched it. It's like first episode, last episode. That's all you get. It's like, really? Really?
Something to keep you titillated or get you titillated, and then something to remember.
To, let off all that steam that wasn't there. Just like, okay, fine, whatever. I don't know, whatever. It's all good. Hey, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for being here. I am Sunny Hepburn.
And I'm Brandy Fleeks.
And this was Book of Lies. The podcast.
It's bold, bitches.